Alright, got another hunt for you. Late season, late December. My last buck tag. Got it filled. Me and Lane, we went and looked in some areas that had the big green fields. We were looking for some sign the first day. Hunt some stuff like that, and there was snow on the ground. Some of it was melted, and we just didn't see the tracks and sign that we thought we should see in there. So we ended up going to another area, getting on acorns again. It was just a ridge that was covered with them. Had some old wildlife openings out there on it that hadn't been reworked in a long time, but you could get out there on the end. There was one in a swag where you could see pretty good up and down that ridge, and that's where we set up. And saw quite a bit of sign going in there. Got our confidence up to sit. You'll see the rest. Boom! Had a buck come out of there that had lost his horns, dropped both sides. Oh, there's another one. What's it one?
I'm glad we sit here.
Me too.
That buck already lost its horns.
I know. That one came through. I thought it was a button buck, and then Lane said, no, he's lost both sides. He's got 2 knots on his head where he's lost his horns. Yeah, I didn't know if it was gonna happen or not, but this ridge here's got acorns all over it. And this old food plot here, it's just brown as it can be. But there's a little swag right here. That is not a giant buck. But for late season, he's not bad. Anytime now they're gonna drop their horn. So you kind of got to make a decision whether or not you're gonna shoot one or not, because days are getting numbered. We're all the way at the end of December here. The horns will be falling. But public land deer right there. Don't think these deer were coming in here to feed because there's no grass in here. It's all brown. But this ridge comes down here and it's got a little swag in it right here. And where this little wildlife opening is. Acorns all up and down it, both sides. All up and down this ridge. Saw them coming in. Saw a little bit of deer sign too, a few tracks, but hey, there he is. Come over here, Lane. Put that gun straight up. I think Lane got a good video of him. I didn't get to film that one earlier. It just run up on the hill and he shot it. Little public land 8-point. Hi, buddy. Good job filming. All right, we finally got in there. Right there's Lane's deer. And there's this buck. Like I said, he ain't no giant. For public land, late December, that's about as good sometimes as you can get, because They don't hold their horns long, a lot of them. I mean, this one, he may have held his horns another month. The one in front that come across that old brown food plot, I think that it had already lost his horns, according to what Lane says. He looked in the camera and said he'd already dropped, and it probably was, because it wasn't a doe. It looked like a buck to me when I first saw it. And I thought, first thing I thought was button buck, but it wasn't. It was too big a body for button buck. But I don't know. I like that new ammo, but Remington Core-Lokt Tipped is what it is. I wanted to buy some of that, and I finally found some, and sighted my gun in with it, and man, it shoots good. It shoots good and kills good. Lane's deer dropped, and this one dropped. But yeah, that's a lot of times these deer, they'll transition to grass this time of year, even though there's tons of acorns on the ground. They got to have something that's green and palatable, and they'll go where there's tender grass, and that's where we hunted yesterday. We walked way back into a place, probably a mile and a half. Big old field back in there, green grass, clover, and all different kinds of tender. There was some wheat in there too, but we did not see a deer, and there wasn't much deer sign in there. But we kind of started coming back towards where acorns were in the woods. These wildlife openings over here, they hadn't been reworked in years. They're just brown, but there's a good swag right there in that ridge, right there where that wildlife opening is, that food plot. And acorns all over that ridge, and we saw quite a few tracks coming in. There was some signs, so give us a little bit of hope. Lane killed that one, then I killed this one. So Arkansas public land, late season.